Hey, what's going on YouTube? Welcome back. It's Travis here with JT Wealth. In today's video, we are talking all about Cardano and how Cardano is facing an extremely bullish breakout. Also, how Cardano has a massive plan that differentiates them from the rest of the crypto world. We're going to talk about both of those and more in today's video, so let's get into it. All right, welcome back everybody. Thanks so much for joining us. Hopefully you find some value in today's video. If you do, take 2 seconds out of your day, smash the like button and consider subscribing to the channel for me if you haven't already. Also, I'd like to point out that today is the 246th birthday of the United States Marine Corps, and as I am a member of that fantastic group, I want to say happy birthday and Semper Fidelis to all the United States Marines out there, current, future, past, whatever the case may be, right, guys? Semper Fidelis, thanks so much for serving in this fantastic fraternity of ours, and let's get into today's video. All right, so like I said, we're going to talk about how Cardano is looking at extremely bullish outlook, as well as the plan that Cardano is putting forward that really differentiates them from the rest of the crypto world. So let's get into that right now. All right, as far as the bullish outbreak goes, this is an article that came out from FX Empire earlier this afternoon, and it was Cardano ADA strongly bullish after major breakout, eyeing the $2.40 range. And with regard to Cardano, they managed to make a definite breakout upwards, and they're now hovering around that $2.30 neighborhood. Now this was as of yesterday. It has gone down slightly today, and they're looking closer to that $2.10 neighborhood right now. So you do have an opportunity to buy into ADA at a bit of a discount from where it was just yesterday. There was a bearish bias for Cardano or the ADA stock last week, 2 weeks ago, that had pushed it down to the $1.85 mark, but that has since changed, and we are now looking at a much more bullish approach to Cardano, pushing it up to the $2.35 range, even $2.40 as we go forward. Now, Cardano has taken a slight hit today, down to that $2.10, $2.11 mark, but the bullish stance still stands for Cardano going forward, and we're going to talk more about that here shortly in the video. The remainder of the crypto world is still in a bullish mood, and the recent rally of Cardano coin comes in the midst of the bull scene run that is going on between Bitcoin and Ethereum. Now, Bitcoin hit up to near $68,568.85 according to Coinbase's data, and Ethereum, also on a bullish stance, has pushed up to over $4,800 during the same time frame. Overall, the crypto market sentiment remains greedy, unveiling a buying perspective for the short and midterm across the sphere. And although this is not exempt from suffering setbacks, this is why the cryptos like BTC and Ethereum are preparing the ground with some corrective moves before reaching the critical levels of both $70,000 and $5,000 respectively. Now, how does this relate to Cardano and ADA? Well, truth be told, Cardano just has a better plan than most of the other cryptos in the space. Check this article out. And this comes from Investor Place, and it says Cardano has a plan where most crypto projects don't. And it's not news that Cardano's network is growing. In mid-September, Cardano's smart contracts launched, and that has really pushed this network forward. Smart contract functionality fundamentally changes Cardano. It's an important step forward for the firm, and it also launches Cardano into a new era. Users will now be able to create dApps or decentralized applications using Cardano's platform. That only makes Cardano a more legitimate contender in its battle to challenge Ethereum's dominance. So now let's talk about the Cardano plan and how this really differentiates them from the rest of the crypto market. So Cardano's big plan. With the advent of smart contracts, Cardano has now entered into the Goguen era. You're likely asking, well, what exactly is that? The Goguen era is one of 5 so-called eras that make up Cardano's roadmap. It's a long-term guideline for the developmental milestones at the company and the project. Now, smart contract functionality is the hallmark of the third era at Cardano. and the previous two, Byron and Shelley, were focused on building a foundation and decentralization. Now, before we talk about the Goguen era and what it signifies, let's mention how Cardano is differentiated from its competitors. So let's start by noting that most cryptocurrency projects are about as easy to understand as a novel computer language for a layperson like you and me. Now, I assume that is true for most readers, and most are aware that something massive is occurring and that there's a generational opportunity afoot. But it's truly difficult to explain most of the broader context behind crypto to most of the average person, right? What I'd like to note is that by simply reading through Cardano's roadmap and the 5 eras it denotes, investors will learn more about the crypto space than they will reading 100 articles about Dogecoin. Now, Cardano has systematically laid out a foundation of milestones to hit with its roadmap. And my point is that I haven't seen anything close in crypto yet. Cardano represents clarity in an opaque world to often filled with meaningless jargon. And if you're curious to read the roadmap for yourself, just Google roadmap.cardano.org. That will allow you to look at all 5 of the phases, click on them separately, and try to discern for yourself how each of them has played out so far and what could potentially be coming after the Goguen era. With scaling and governance next, it is absolutely no surprise that as of yet, Cardano has been perfectly timing their roadmap with what is going on in the crypto network as of lately. Now, before we get into exactly what the Goguen era is, Julie wanted to say hi.
Hi.
Okay, so hopefully that answers some of the questions for a lot of you who frequently ask, where's the chick? Where's the chick at? So that is where Julie is. With regards to the Goguen era, Joseph Goguen was a computer scientist that died back in 2006. Now, Cardano saw fit to name its smart contract era after him. He invented new fields of mathematical study as well as OBJ programming language. Now, naming history aside, why is the Goguen era important for Cardano? One of the most important reasons is that smart contract functionality is going to open up smart contracts to a wider base of developers. One of the most important goals for Cardano's smart contracts is that they will always be so accessible that financial and business experts will be able to create them with no prior technical knowledge. So while Cardano has broad, overreaching ambitions to change the world, its business utility will move the needle a lot. Ultimately, business utility is what should move the needle on Cardano prices the most. And Cardano's roadmap lays out a plan for this in detail. Non-programmers are likely already building financial smart contracts on the Cardano network. And as they are released, Cardano becomes more and more valuable. And it also becomes something much more tangible. Contrast that with many other cryptocurrency platforms, and Cardano's attraction should become more apparent. In a word, real-world enterprise applications are one of the major hallmarks of the Goguen era at Cardano. Another is that users should soon be able to create natively supported tokens using Cardano. Now, that should remind readers of Cardano's oft-cited competitor, Ethereum, because they are both capable of doing just that. I see absolutely no reason at all not to believe in the Cardano network. I am in fact invested in ADA-USD and the Cardano network, and that it doesn't necessarily get the same kind of attention SHIB does or Dogecoin does, but 100% it is far more useful than SHIB or than Dogecoin, and that its overall usefulness in the long term is going to be that of one like Ethereum. Only Ethereum is trading at over $4,800 today, whereas Cardano is trading at about $2.11. So this is an opportunity for people to get into a cryptocurrency that has similar attributes to Ethereum while utilizing 95% less actual electricity, less power than Ethereum does. So there is so much to be said about Cardano, and I'm trying to really just kind of break this down into a short video for you guys. But I believe in Cardano, and hopefully you will utilize this video to go forward, do some further due diligence, look into Cardano, and determine for yourself whether or not it's something that you believe in. Alright guys, that brings today's video to a close. As always, this is not financial advice. I'm not recommending you buy or sell any specific equity at all. I am only providing this information for information and entertainment purposes only. Hopefully you enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget, smash that like button for me. Consider subscribing to the channel. And if you're one of my brothers in the United States Marine Corps, Semper Fidelis, you don't look a day over 246. Thanks for joining us today. And until next time, bottoms up.